Good evening. I am here. It is 1:02 a.m. on Wednesday, December 17th. There is nothing for me to say, honestly. Today was an average day, and I am ready to just stream Ace Attorney for a couple hours. We're going to start the second case of Dual Destinies tonight. I don't know if we're going to get through the first courtroom day in one go. We might. I'm not sure. I can't remember how long this case is overall. And the fact that I stop and read everything kind of makes it so, like, it takes a bit longer than it would if I was just playing it on my own and like, reading stuff to myself. Anyway, I got a couple bevs here to keep me hydrated. So hopefully no soreness going through this. Still a little mucusy from being sick last week, but like it's just like it comes and goes. I don't know. I think it's just like not talking for all day and then going to talking for hours at a time. So I might still be clearing my throat a bit, but hopefully not enough to get me too sore here. Anyway, I'm going to start episode 2. Last time we did episode 1, which takes place after episode 2. And now we're flashing back to when Athena first met Apollo. This is episode 2, The Monstrous Turnabout. And boy, is it monstrous. Husband. He's a hot birdman, and he's into rope play.
Long ago, the nine-tailed fox defeated the evil
He's got everything.
Macaw and sealed the fallen demon away. To this day, it is said that he slumbers even still within the forbidden chamber.
Night, night, Alderman. Sweet dreams. At long last, the revival of Tenmataro is at hand.
The Jonkler. A few months prior to the courthouse bombing, April 17th. This is 2027 now. April 17th, 2027, 12:13 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. Guess I'm a little early. Oh, hey, Apollo. Getting an early start today? Yeah, this is the first job I've had in a while, after all. Well, aren't we all fired up? Well, it's not every day I get a call from Mr. Wright. What kind of work is it, anyway? Mr. Wright didn't mention any details. Work? Is that how he put it? Don't tell me he just wants me to clean the toilet again. You've really become a fixture around here, Apollo. Come to think of it, it's been almost a year since I was hired. Lots happened since then. And I've settled in nicely despite a few bumps in the road. My name is Apollo Justice. I've been practicing law for about a year, but I still have a lot to learn. This is the Wright Anything Agency, and it's where I work. Don't let the name fool you, it's definitely a law agency. But don't forget that this place is a talent agency too, Polly. It's the law agency part of this office that's usually forgotten. This is Trucy Wright, a budding magician, and adopted daughter of the agency's owner, Phoenix Wright. She sometimes makes me help with her magic tricks. And what's wrong with that? You're one of the agency's talents as well. I was under the impression that I was a lawyer. Oh, we'd better hurry. Doesn't look like Daddy's going to make it, so let's get going. Huh? Where are we going? What about the job he mentioned? This is the job, Polly. You're supposed to keep me company today. Now, come on. Another day of not being a lawyer. Should have seen this one coming. Well, this is the Wright Anything agency, you know? And there's no law-related work at the moment, so... Tell me again why I chose to work here. Where is Mr. Wright, anyway? Daddy said something about going to meet an acquaintance. But don't worry, just focus on your job and I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Well, let's go. We don't have all day. Wait a second. And another day of anything goes begins at the Wright Anything agency. April 17th, 1:30 p.m. Nine Tails Vale. Yokai Lane. Whew, so what are we doing way up here in the mountains? This is Ninetails Vale. Everyone's been talking about the yokai craze here. Yokai? Oh, you mean Japanese monsters? Guess that explains all these weird things. Speaking of which, wasn't Ninetails Vale founded by Japanese immigrants? Yeah, they're holding a festival to boost tourism over at the Alderman's Manor. My friend who works there invited us. That's why we're here. In other words, I'm your chaperone because your dad was too busy. Daddy said with those horns of yours, you'd make a great addition to their festival. I mean, you look just like a Japanese demon. Wasn't that so thoughtful of him, Polly? Could do without thoughtfulness like that. Oh, it's almost time. Come on, Polly, the festival grounds are this way. Alright, guess it's time to move to QB Manor Garden. This monster craze, come to think of it, I think I heard about it on TV. Supposedly how Ninetails Vale made a comeback from the brink of fiscal disaster. Our agency sure could use something positive like that. Oh, I know. Let's jump on board the monster craze. You and Daddy would be a perfect comedy duo. You could call yourselves Agni and Rudra, Demon Kings of Comedy. Daddy sets them up and you knock them down. Hey, I think we hit the jackpot with this idea. Sorry, but I plan on staying a lawyer. You do? You don't have to act so surprised by that. What to do? Hey, Trucy, have you seen my attorney's badge? How could you lose something so important? Sometimes I really wonder about you, Apollo. This is so weird. Wonder if I dropped it somewhere. Oh, look! What are these panties doing here? Forget about panties. I'm looking for my badge. That's right, it's animated now. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Did you forget? These are my magic panties. Hey, that's my attorney's badge. Wow, how'd you do that? I set it all up while we were back at the office. Wow, I didn't even... Wait, you took my badge? My cherished attorney's badge, just putting it on makes me feel ready. Check it out. You're so lucky, Apollo. Everyone can see what you do just from a flash of your badge. What about you, Trucy? People can tell you're a magician by the way you're dressed. Yeah, but I can't always dress like this, like when I'm at school and stuff. You can always show you're a magician by making things appear or disappear. You mean like this? 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Magic or no, aren't you a little old to be showing those things in public? Maybe I'll become a lawyer too then. You're bending your dream just like that? Okay, so the movement system in this game is a little different. Like in this part of the collection is a little different. Now it actually just gives you like every possible location you could go to. You go all the way back to the office if we want, and just fuck around there. Oh, I can't examine yet. Okay, never mind. April 17th, 2:05 p.m. QB Manor Garden. Wow, this place really is something. Definitely feels like a different world here. Trucy. Jinxie! And this is... my friend, Jinxie Tenma. She's the one who invited us. She just happens to be the maid here. 2 horns. Love of red. Are you a demon? No, I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to meet you. Ah! He's a demon. What the... Be gone, foul beast! You look great, Polly. Fills in some of that space on your forehead. Ah, what is this thing? It's a warding charm. Jinxie puts them all over the monsters she finds. But I'm not a monster. Maybe I should have told her you're a good demon. Or you could just say I'm a human. A red demon. Emissary of the underworld. Got up early to do my hair for this. Can I take this off now? So you can eat me? I'm not going to eat you! Ah, forgive me, oh terrible one! Tone down your cords of steel, Apollo. You're scaring her out of her wits. Don't worry, I'm already full. Please stay that way. Great, now I'm playing along, too. Would you mind taking a look at this? Ah, no, thank you. Be gone, foul demon. Ugh, banished again. That's what you get when you flash a girl like that, even if it was just your badge. Sheesh, you make it sound like I'm some kind of creep. So I wanted to ask you about Ninetales Vale. Eek! Ah! Be gone, foul demon. Looks like you've been demonized, Polly. Literally. Just starting to wonder if I really am a demon myself. Please don't eat me. I have food if you're hungry. This isn't working. We won't get anything out of her until we set the record straight. I think it's some way to prove you're not as scary as you look. Ouch, unnecessary roughness. Looks like I have to present some proof. Proof that I'm 100% human. Oh, so it was... I had to present the badge, but not then. I wanted to show you this. Ah, what is it? It's my attorney's badge, you see? Not a demon, I'm a lawyer. What's the difference? Ba-dum-bum! Where's the laugh track when I need it? Really? You're a lawyer? Maybe now she'll stop calling me a demon. Does it protect you from Enmadaio's judgment? Who's Enmadaio? Read somewhere that he's the demon lord who judges the dead for their sins. Will. Uh-oh. Think she now thinks you're a demon lawyer from hell, Polly. Can I go just back to being a normal demon? Please, please don't boil me in a scalding cauldron. I prefer a Turkish bath if possible. A Turkish bath? Isn't that more sauna than bath? Made the joke I would... Hey, Ephraim, yeah. Don't worry, Enma takes bribes. Don't worry, Jinxie. He's a good demon. He'll save you if you ever go astray. Eek, please, Mr. Demon Lawyer, sir. Have mercy on my soul. Oh, I told you, I'm not a demon, and Trucy's... And Trucy, you're just making things worse. Ah! You just leave that Enmadaio to me. Isn't that great, Jinxie? Uh-huh, I'm no longer scared to cross into the afterlife. Will someone tell these two I'm human already? Trucy, yes, yes. Hey, Calzoners, how you doing? Aspiring magician who Mr. Wright adopted when duty called. Maid of QB Manor and a friend of Trucy. She thinks I'm a demon. So, Jinxie, I hear this village is the epicenter of the monster craze. Uh-huh. Barely anyone had heard of it before, but now it's packed with tourists. Really? So the monster craze is the reason behind today's festival? It was the alderman's idea, but I'd be careful if I were you. There are lots and lots of yokai prowling about Ninetales Vale. Prowling about? You mean like wild animals or something? Uh-huh. And they're hungry, too. Man-eating monsters? And they're all over the place? Uh-huh. In fact, there was one at the manor yesterday. Heard the doorbell ring, but when I opened the door, nobody was there. It was the Ding-Dong Demon. The Ding-Dong-Bing-Bong Demon. How else could you explain it? Well, when I was a kid, my friends used to play this prank called Ding-Dong Ditch. Well, that doesn't prove yokai aren't real. There's even one here at the manor. The demon Tenma Taro. He's imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber. Tenma Taro? The Forbidden Chamber? Hi, I'm good. Watching you play while grinding in WoW. Nice. About that yokai you said was imprisoned here in the manor. Is that true? Uh-huh. He's a super evil demon named Tenma Taro. Here, take a look at this scroll. Tenma Taro's the dark demon you see here. He's super evil and super scary. Also super sexy. Absolute husband material. So that's the yokai imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh. He was defeated by the village guardian yokai, the nine-tailed fox. And locked away forever. So you're saying Tenmataro's still trapped inside the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh. But he's just biding his time until he can escape. Smash, yep. Still, we should be perfectly safe, because there's a really powerful sealing charm on the door keeping it shut tight. What a charming security system. You could keep the scroll if you want. The Alderman gave me this, but just holding it gives me the chills, so... thanks, Jinxie. Maybe I'll give this to Mr. Wright. Yokai Legend Scroll added to the court record. Scroll depicting the demon Tenmataro and the nine-tailed fox. So, I was wondering, are those things on your forehead also warding charms, Jinxie? Yes, they're to prevent evil things from getting inside me. Papa told me to wear them. Evil things? Apollo, don't you dare take those charms off her forehead. They have to stay there. Forever. Got it? Wonder what would happen if I did take them off. Time for me to get back to work. Thanks for inviting us, Jinxie. You're welcome. Oh, and before I forget, there's going to be a surprise event today. Even I don't know what to expect, but it's sure to be fun. Better not be a yokai parade. She'd probably drop dead from fright. Eek! Ah! Demon! Oh, wait. It's just someone in a suit. Right? Tenmataro? Tenmataro? The demon from the Forbidden Chamber? Ah! Please don't hurt me. Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! You better watch out, little girl, or I'll snatch you away! Eek! Charm! 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 Where's that dying go-to-heaven charm? Oh, she put it on her own forehead this time. She sure gives up quick. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Tenmataro like that! Lower your eyes! He'll steal your soul if you're not careful! Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? Your devilry stops here and now, Tenmataro. Now what? Look, Apollo, there's somebody up on the roof! That booming laugh, could it be? My 9 golden tails are proof of my unassailable righteousness. With my band of 100 minions, I vanquish evil from the land. I am the wrestler of righteousness. Yaha! The golden lord of yokai, the amazing Ninetails, is here. Also husband material. Fear not, good little boys and girls, for I shall defeat Tenmataro. Hooray! Hooray, it's the amazing Ninetails! Up to your no-good tricks again, eh, Tenmataro? Well, not on my watch. There's nothing to fear now, my child. I have banished Tenmataro. You and your people can now live in peace. Thank you, Mr. Amazing Ninetails, sir. Now we must be off. Another match and another foe to vanquish. Await. What was that all about? Did that wrestler just chase off a yokai? Looked like he came out of the Alderman's manor. That was the Amazing Ninetails. He's a pro wrestler from right here in Ninetailsville. But no one knows his true identity. Jinxie sure seems chipper all of a sudden. What was all that about him banishing Tenmataro? That was a yokai exorcism. It's an annual ritual where Tenmataro is released to remind us of his wickedness. In the end, the nine-tailed fox drives Tenmataro out and purifies our village. But the Amazing Ninetails did the honors this year. So that was the big surprise, huh? The Amazing Ninetails and Tenmataro, huh? Well, whatever floats their boat. A lot of huzz. No cosplayer should go without a complete costume. Oh, would you look at the time? I'd better get back to work. Please excuse me. She's a strange one, all right. I think she's sweet in her own special way. Knowing Trucy, she probably has lots of friends who are sweet in their own way. Well, we still have some time to kill. Might as well see the rest of Ninetailsville while we're here. Fun never stops, does it? April 17th, 3:40 p.m. QB Manor Garden. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to hydrate more frequently for Ace Attorney streams, just because even on a 3-hour one, it still wears my voice out by the end of it. And I'm not 100% right now. I think I bought nearly every yokai souvenir that was for sale. I know, because my wallet's running on empty. What's with the commotion over there? Huh? Hey, isn't that your friend Jinxie? Hope everything's okay. It's terrible. Did they donate to the Hakude Shrine? Calm down, Jinxie. Tell us what happened. The demon, Tenmataro. He killed Alderman QB. What? Wait, killed as in dead? Yes, and Tenmataro did it. Tenmataro? You stay here while I go have a look. Please wait. Huh? Ah! It's a Tenmataro warding charm. It should protect you, but please, be careful. The Alderman's in the Fox Chamber at the top of the main staircase. Okay, got it. Tenmataro warding charm that Jinxie gave me when I set off the scene of the crime. April 17th, QB Manor, Fox Chamber.
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Help! Someone call an ambulance!
Police arrived soon after that, at which point I returned to the festival grounds. Apparently the man impaled by the spear was already dead. But there was one other person there, and he was immediately rushed to the hospital. April 17th, QB Manor Garden. Thank goodness the other man's going to be fine. Sounds like he'd only been unconscious. Think Jinxie's going to be okay? I'm sure she'll be back to her old self in no time. At least she's calm enough for the police to question her now. For now. And I'd sure love to know what crazy animal left those feathers and tracks. Oh, look, here comes Jinxie. Hi, Trucy. Hi, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Hey, feeling any better? I was wondering if you're up to filling us in what happened. That warding charm is my supernatural security system. Protects me from yokai, ghosts, demons, and other things that go bump in the night. Just the other day, I was chased down by a demented camera demon, but I drove him back with my trusty warding charm. Camera demon? Sounds more like an overexcited tourist. Still, I suppose it's not nice to repel every yokai I meet. I mean, there are some that aren't all bad. I learned that today. Why is she staring at me like that? They sell those at the village souvenir shop. They really went all out, making it look like a real scroll and all. By rolling it up like that, you can't see Tenmataro's picture. It's so you don't lose your soul if you accidentally gazed upon him. Even if it is a souvenir, no one in this village wants to accidentally see what's inside. Heard of losing or selling your soul for many things, but for the price of a souvenir? Wonder how many innocent shop girls have fallen victim. Wouldn't it be better just to not sell them at all, then? Also, this is absolutely going to be the thumbnail for this part. About what happened. So the man with the spear in his chest was already dead? Meowdy, whoa, were we in RD? RD. Uh-huh. It was Alderman QB. When I found him, he was already... So the victim was the village alderman. And the one who was found alive, who was he? Damien Tenma. He's the mayor of the neighboring city, Tenma Town. They arrested him. So, he's the killer? Ah! No, Papa didn't kill anyone. Papa? As in, your father? That's right, Jinxie's dad is the mayor of Tenma Town. No way. Yes way, but he's innocent. This just got way more complicated. The victim was the alderman of Ninetails Vale. And Jinxie's father, the mayor of Tenma Town, was arrested for the crime. Sounds like we have some investigating to do. I know this is difficult, Jinxie, but you need to hang in there. I know. I'll try my best. Would you mind telling me a little more about the victim? Karma. Check this demon out. Husband material, right? So the victim was the village alderman. What can you tell me about him? His name was Rex QB. They say his family has ties to the legendary nine-tailed fox. He was really kind, and he always looked out for me. He was a former pro wrestler, and I even heard he knew the amazing Ninetails. Former pro wrestler, huh? Something to keep in mind. Love him, yeah. Objection, I start inflating as a breakdown. I explode. That's the end of it. We love the gilfs. G-milfs. Okay, this will be G-dilfs, because that's granddad. I can't read with this up like that. With your father being the mayor and all, I guess you're originally from Tenma Town, huh? So then why'd you come to work here? It was to overcome your fears, right, Jinxie? Uh-huh. Plus Mama was from Ninetails Vale, though she's no longer with us. She loved these flowers. Always wanted to live where Ninetails flowers grew. They have exactly 9 petals. Oh, she brought it out. Wow, what a beautiful flower, and with exactly 9 petals, too. Just looking at them gives me courage, even when I'm scared of yokai. Flower found only in Ninetails Vale. Boost Jinxie's courage because it was her mother's favorite. Jinxie, when you first told us what happened, you said the killer was a demon. Uh-huh. The warding charm in the Forbidden Chamber's door. It's been... removed. The Forbidden Chamber's door? That big door that was barred shut? Wasn't a charm on it when I checked it out, so I guess it was removed by someone. That's how Tenma Taro escaped. Oh. Ooh. But when I try and remember what happened, it all goes fuzzy. Jinxie, you should go get some rest. You've been through a lot today. Between the warding charm being removed and the black feathers and weird tracks, could see how a superstitious person might think a demon was the killer. Apollo, maybe this is your chance. Chance for what? To do the right thing and defend Jinxie's dad in court. Who, me? Wouldn't a man like Mayor Tenma have access to more experienced lawyers? You want to know what the detectives said? They doubted there was a lawyer who could get a not guilty verdict in this one. Sounds like they're expecting an open and shut case. Don't worry, Jinxie. If anyone could prove your dad's innocence, it's Polly. What? You'll accept the case, won't you, Polly? Oh, it's all over, isn't it? I'll be all alone for the rest of my life. All right, Jinxie already lost her mother. All right. Jinxie, leave your father's defense to me. Attaboy, Polly. You're going to help Papa, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Yep, because that's what lawyers do. Plus no toilet cleaning for a while. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure your father walks away a free man. Thank you, Mr. Demon Lawyer. I can tell you're one of the good ones. Red demons are usually so mean. It's been a while, but I'll be fine. Ready or not, here comes justice. Guess I ought to go and meet my new client. But before I forget, better jot this down in my notebook. Hey, Apollo, what's the notebook for? Oh, I just thought I should jot down some stuff about the case. And so I don't misplace them, I'm putting them in my notes in the court record. Oh, I forgot about this feature. Guess it's what you would call a to-do list. Oh, sounds handy. To read my notes, I just open the court record with R. Then I could switch between the tabs using L and R. I almost forgot. So about Jinxie's father. No matter how scary he seems, promise me you'll resist the urge to run away. Wait, what? His angry glare can paralyze you with fear. And some claim he can even shoot laser beams from his eyes. Well, maybe Papa really isn't that scary. Paralyzing stare, laser beams from his eyes. Sounds like some kind of monster. Think it's about time I see Jinxie off. I'll head back to the office after I'm done. Okay, thanks. The Amazing Ninetales, age unknown, a masked wrestler of unknown identity and origin. The nine-tailed cape he sports is the signature piece of his costume. Damien Tenma, age 45, Jinxie's father and the mayor of Tenma Town, was found unconscious at the scene of the crime. Rex Cuby, the deceased alderman of Ninetailsville. His snow-white hair was particularly striking. These two men are 45 and 46. This dude looks way older than that. April 17th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Visiting hours. Perfect timing. Hope he's not as scary as he sounds. Who are you? Yikes! So you're Damien Tenma, right? I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. I'm here to help. Huh? Let me out of here. Sorry, I get a little loud sometimes. How incredibly rude. Sorry, did I do something to offend you? A visitor when all others shun me like a common criminal. And here I am with nothing to offer. I'm the epitome of rudeness. Wait, so he wasn't mad at me? Unworthy as I am, I, Damien Tenma, shall breach these walls. So that I may treat my benefactor to some tea, and maybe some cookies, too. No, wait, we could do tea and cookies after we prove your innocence. How about you start by telling me what happened? I see. So tea and cookies can wait, can they? Whew, that was close. We don't need jailbreak added to the list of charges. Seems like a good guy, but with a face like that, I could see why he's misunderstood. Still can't examine. Thank you for agreeing to defend me. Oh, no thanks required. Just doing my job. He's even scarier when he's not saying anything. Nice day today, huh? I, love nice days like these. It's, perfect lawyering weather. The trial is tomorrow. Yes, right, the trial. Why do I keep blabbering on like this? Wanted to show you this. Sorry. I hate when he clams up like this. Those charms on your head. They're the same as this one, correct? Oh, he's got a bunch on it. I just realized his whole head is covered in them. Indeed they are. Jinxie applied them after the murder. Tenma. Can't even handle one maw. No, it's Tenma, not Tenma. Tenmataro is the name of the sexy bird demon here. With 3 eyes and that tongue. She said they would keep Tenmataro from possessing me. And so they don't have to animate my head wound. Oh right, so it's not some creepy fashion statement. Still, there are an awful lot of them. That there are. Truth be told, my head's feeling a bit itchy. Can't you just peel them off? Jinxie did this for me. I could not hurt her feelings like that. He really cares for his daughter. Reason for arrest. Mayor Tenma, do you mind if I ask why you were arrested? Ugh! Whoa. Sorry, I guess some things are better left unsaid. Excuse me? To think a public paragon such as I could be treated like this. This arrest should have never happened. Go on. I fear the ill effects of it will have on our youth. Now I've but one choice. I must leave here at once, if only to protect the moral fiber of our youth. No, wait. You can protect the moral fiber of our youth after you've been declared not guilty. I suppose you're right. Phew. Youth just came this close to quite a scare. My fingerprints were on the spear that killed Alderman Cuby. That's why I was arrested. Your prints were on the murder weapon? That's never good. Any idea how they got there? None, for I hardly remember a thing, you see. I was fast asleep at the time. Someone must have slipped me a sleeping pill or something. What's worse, somebody clobbered me on the head. I see, a drug-induced slumber and a blow to the head. No wonder you hardly remember a thing. Oh. Huh? Was that some kind of strange laugh? Well, I think we could safely assume your prints were planted while you were unconscious. Motive. What do the police have on you as far as a motive is concerned? Truth be told, there's been a bit of trouble between the alderman and I as of late. Oh? Was it personal in nature? Nothing like that. It's a long story. But suffice it to say, I've been pushing to merge Ninetailsville with Tenma Town. Surrender Ninetailsville to Tenma Town now! Yikes! That's what I told him. I'd like to tell you to stop shouting like that, but I'm too scared. So, that's the motive the police have established for the alderman's murder? Indeed it is. After all, Alderman Cuby was dead set against a municipal merger. And that's why they think you killed him. He was in your way. Ugh! Curses! Maya Tenma, are you okay? Jinxie, forgive me. I never meant to worry you like this. It'll work out fine, just leave it to me. Only it really were that easy. I don't even know where to start. Thank you for meeting with me, Maya Tenma. Please wait, my daughter, Jinxie. Yes? She already lost her mother. And now with me being held in here, I feel she'll be terribly lonely. I hesitate to ask, but I beg you, be a friend to her in her time of need. Leave it to me. Trucy and I will look out for your daughter. I shall rest a little easier then. You know, you remind me of someone with the new friends Jinxie's been talking about. New friends? Yes, it seems she's made some new friends since he started working in Ninetailsville. They're quite the unusual bunch, too. There's a lady with an exceptionally long neck, a young lad with an incredibly long tongue, and many other interesting characters. Friends? Sound more like a bunch of monsters to me. Now, if you would excuse me, it appears my time is up. Phew, why am I so tired? Must have been more tense than I thought. Still, I'm glad he didn't turn out to be as scary as he looks. Call? Oh, it's Mr. Wright. Apollo's ringtone is the guitar's ballad. Or serenade. Justice here. Apollo, is that you? Hi, Mr. Wright. What can I do for you? Trucy told me you've taken on a new case. Oh, that. It was kind of spur of the moment. He's actually calling me about a case? That's fine, but I have a favor to ask. Sure, what is it? I'm at the airport right now. There was someone I had to meet. New addition to the agency, actually. Her name's Athena Sykes, and she just passed the bar. That's right, I remember hearing about her coming to join us. Guess that was today. She took off as soon as I told her you needed help with the case. It was like there was no stopping her. Wait, what? Where is she now? Probably somewhere in Ninetailsville by now. That's where the favor I mentioned comes in. Need you to go find her. But I've never even met her before. What does she look like? She'll be the girl in the yellow suit sporting an attorney's badge. Okay, I'll find her. A new addition to the agency. Well, I better get back to Ninetailsville quick. April 17th, Ninetailsville, Yokai Lane. I already told you. I'm a lawyer assigned to this case. I need to study the crime scene, so if you would please tell me where QB Manor is. You can't fool me. You're just some delinquent high school student playing hooky. You stupid pig-headed... This attorney's badge isn't just for show, you know. Looks like I just found Miss Athena Sykes. Why won't you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you if you ever get arrested. Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school? I already told you I'm a lawyer, not a student. That's it, enough of your lies. You're coming with me. Ah! Get your hands off me!
What the?
And that's assaulting an officer. And battery. Ugh. Think you could watch out for the bystanders next time? Whoops. Are you okay? ACAB, yeah. Resisting arrest, yeah. She's committed several misdemeanors right there. I think so, but the police officer's out cold. Okay, never mind, it's okay. I'm so sorry. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something. She must be Sasato's descendant. She does the Sasato takedown. Reflex sounds more like a felony. Yeah, exactly. You're Athena Sykes, I take it? That would be me. And you are? I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Wright Anything Agency. The Wright Anything Agency? What a fishy-sounding name. It's a long story, but it is a law office among anythings. Did Mr. Wright explain that to you? Oh, right, that Wright. So then you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Could say the same thing to you. Well, here I am. Now, how about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much, as always. Ah, of course, feel free to ask away. Go meet Athena Sykes in Ninetales. Go meet my client. I completely forgot that there's a notes section in the court record in the last two games. Yep, that's your attorney's badge, alright. Its dull, grimy look makes me think of all the courtroom battles you've faced so far. Hope mine will look like that someday. Look out, legal world. Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to go. Actually, I just haven't polished it lately. Maybe I should keep that to myself. No need to deflate her dreams about work just yet. What an interesting picture. Looks like a one-on-one monster smackdown. Must have been quite a battle. Which yokai do you think is stronger? Seems to me Tenmataro's ability to fly would give him an edge over the nine-tailed fox. But the fox has powerful legs. He'd pounce before Tenmataro knew it hit him. Won't be pouncing on anyone after he's dropped from way up in the sky. But the nine-tailed fox is gold-colored. Gold is way better than black, so I'm sure he'd win. What do colors have to do with anything? Besides, everyone knows red is the best. Sorry, Apollo. Nothing's coming to mind. But give me an hour and I'll have it analyzed psych style. I'll get started on it right away. No need for that. I was just wondering. So Athena, I hear you just passed the bar. That's right, and here's my shiny new badge to prove it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, so you must be a bit younger than me. A bit more than you might think, in fact. I'm only 18. 18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age? I skipped a few grades while I was an exchange student in Europe. Let me guess, Germany specifically. And I got my license to practice law while I was over there. All I could say is, wow, she must be a genius or something. It's like every lawyer studies in Europe and becomes a lawyer at age 18. She's Franziska without the whip. I also studied analytical psychology. Thought it might help me be a better lawyer. To be honest, you both should probably get out of there before the officer wakes up. It'll be fine. Psychology helps her be a better lawyer. How exactly does that work? Hey, Razu. How you doing? So tell me about our client. What are they like? Oh, right. You haven't met him yet. Well... that about sums it up. He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father. Just trying to relax? Nice. Yeah, I'm doing more Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney tonight and Thursday, probably. Wait, are you crying? I'm not crying. There was something in my eye. They're called tiers. Moving right along, let's get down to business. Helping our client is priority number 1. So, Athena, you mentioned studying psychology. That's right, I've always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. Powers of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air to the legal system. To be honest, you're relaxing after a hard day yesterday? I'm sorry, Karma. Oh, really? So how do you plan on using it to defend our client? I remember you saying you were stressed when you came by last night. Well, for example, I could try to listen in on a witness's inner voice, and then analyze their psychological state with the help of my trusty partner, Widget. Widget? This device around my neck here. Say hi, Widget. Hi, Widget. It talks? Whoa, you need a volume knob. Anyway, the little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Wow. That is early 2010s writing right there. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Now that I seriously doubt. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. Got it on my way here. Think it might have something to do with our case? Special edition covering our case. That was quick. That's the whole point of special editions, isn't it? To be the first to get the scoop? Rapido. It got worse when someone's being an asshole in the voice chat you're in. Oh, really? I'm sorry. Right, well, let's see what it says here. What's the deal with the Spanish? Tematara, real or flight of fancy, an airborne figure resembling Tematara was captured on camera around 3:40 p.m. near Ninetailsville. Can't really read what it says in the corner. Tematara was seen... What? He was seen flying through the sky? Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetailsville. The article goes on to say it might be connected to our case. Apparently that photo was shot right after the murder occurred. All the worse on black feathers and strange tracks at the crime scene. Not surprised the locals think a yokai was involved. Wait a second, yokai's in one of those Japanese monsters? Yeah, like where you are right now. Mein Gott! You don't actually think it was a supernatural murder, do you? No, of course not. Now German? Why not plain old English? Newspaper with a photo of Temataro soaring through the air. A lot of heart would be all over that, yep. Andale, Apollo! Let's get cracking on that crime scene already. Okay, what's next on the list? Investigating the crime scene, what else? Well, what are we waiting for? Last one there is a rotten egg. I don't have to run all the way there. Okay, then how about speed walking? Why does this have to be a competition at all? Looks like this paper doesn't shy away from stories on strange creatures. Really? What does it say? They claim to have produced photos of Gordy and a Kappa water sprite thingy. And just the other day, they got one of the Kanoki Gigi crying his poor old eyes out. Followed by that infamous shot of Temataro. Don't know about a Kappa, but I bet the Kanoki Gigi is just a shot of someone's grandpa lost and crying up in the mountains. That's not very nice. They should have helped him instead of publishing his picture. This isn't doing anything here. Shuchi, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what happened. You do? Does that mean I could join in the investigation? Could sure use your help, but remember what Mr. Wright said? Shuchi, you're in high school now, so you need to focus. Right, guess I better pull it together. It's time to forget everything else and just focus on my magic tricks. Wait, no, he's talking about your schoolwork! Welcome to Trucy's 2 cents. Go ahead and ask me anything. Oh, okay. Jinxie's always plastering charms on my forehead. What should I do? That's an easy one, Apollo. Just do this. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Do what? Ah! See? She won't be able to stick anymore if there's already one there. Problem solved. How's that a solution? Either way, I still have a charm plastered on my forehead. Okay, watch me make that disappear. Oh wait, that's crucial evidence. And I wanted to show you my new disappearing trick. Oh, I know, if it's really important, how about I make more of it appear? Fabricating evidence is even worse than making it disappear. Oh well, too bad. April 17th, QB Manor, foyer. Oh, I think we get to meet one of my favorite characters here. Yeah, fabricating evidence was how your daddy got disbarred, Trucy, and she was also complicit in that, because she's the one who gave Phoenix the fake evidence to begin with. Do you hear that? Sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look! There's a TV in that little room in the corner. In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the amazing Ninetails, has been confirmed missing according to sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event held in Ninetailsville today. He also failed to appear at a match today, where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected with Temataro's recent escape. So that wrestler's gone missing. Hey, you two. You don't belong in here. Eh. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious. What about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me. Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers and we're here to... Ah! You're them lawyers come to defend Mayor Tenma, ain't ya? Should've reckoned with that expensive-looking bracelet you got there. The name's Phineas Filch. I love him, yep. Yeah, I agree with both of you. He looks like a tanuki, yep. That's exactly the point. He's supposed to resemble a tanuki, that's why his name is Filch. Because he steals. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet you. Same here. Wow, talk about a quick change of heart. So, tell me, demon lawyer. Bet you use them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you little horn demon, you. Youch! These horns, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone. They ain't? Seems a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so... That was fast. Guess he's done with me. Well, I'd best get back to work. Look, he has the bracelet on his arm. Master Thief.
Hold it!
Halt! Stop right there! Huh? Me? Apollo, your bracelet's gone. Ah. A real tanuki has a man's pair, know what I mean? Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later. Somehow I don't think that'll be necessary. Just check your wrist right now. Oh, the cat's out of the bag. It's barely in the bag in the first place. That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I love this animation. Like, he rubs his hands like he's apologizing, and then I think he, like, looks up. Or maybe it doesn't happen unless he's talking like this. Just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. I'm begging ya. Yeah. Sheesh, I almost feel sorry for him now. Tells the world fooled thinking there could be a girl tanuki. Sarcasm. I think that's, I think the tanuki from Toho is, Ayla's favorite character from that series. Because they always use that character, like, in like, their profile pictures and stuff. Don't know anything about the case, but I immediately suspect this character of a character. Karma. I told you it was worth coming by tonight, Karma. What should we do about him, Apollo? Well, I got my bracelet back, and he seems sorry enough, so... I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as the wad of cash in your wallet, I hope. You leave my wallet out of this. Oh! Hey, didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us? Run away, run away. Head for the hills. Get back here, you. Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he dropped a few things. It's like a pair of diagrams. This one's for the crime scene, and here's one of the foyer. Left his shoes behind, too. Guy's a living definition of a bumbling thief. Let's hang on to his shoes. We could give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them. They look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. From the police, probably. Crime scene diagram out of the court record. Foyer diagram added to the court record. Diagram of the foyer including the office used by the caretaker, Phineas Filch. Now then, as I recall, the Fox Chamber should be at the top of those stairs. April 17th, QB Manor, Fox Chamber. Whoa. Oh, I think we get introduced to another great character here. Where'd all these black feathers and weird tracks come from? Popular opinion seems to be the popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenmataro. You mean the great evil has returned? Even if he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him. Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? This is a crime scene! My boy! And who are you? Are you with the police? I ask first, who are you and what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Ah, under arrest? But... Save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch. Please wait, we're Maria Tenma's lawyers. Why didn't you say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though. I don't know how many more times I could take being called suspicious in one day. Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust. Oh boy, this guy's a story and a half. So, what can I do for you? He has a punchable face. Justice needs backup sometimes too. So I don't mind you asking for help, but you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the road to justice starts with your own first step. If you don't have any information to offer, you could just say so. Diagram showing the crime scene. Fox Chamber, Forbidden Chamber, Air Duct, to Foyer. Okay. Investigating the scene. So would it be okay if we had a look around? Certainly not! No unauthorized personnel allowed. Couldn't you make an exception? Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here. Ah, yikes, is he reaching for his... In justice we trust. So, fun fact about that badge. In the Japanese version, it's actually a Japanese-style badge that's more vertical-oriented than horizontal. And they actually changed the width of him holding the badge. Like, he's actually holding it tighter with the badge being longer. It's a pretty neat localization thing they did. Also, that badge right there is the same police symbol that shows up in I think Rise from the Ashes. It's on Mike Meekin's hat, I believe. Phew, it's just his badge. You may be Mayor Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross a police line. Apollo, let's see if we can't change his mind. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. But he's as dense as heroes come. You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice, keeping injustice. That would be you at bay. Look, Karma, I know you want Gumshoe back, but give Fulbright a try. I think you'll like him. I knew it. Look, there's just us and you here, right? Justice and me, you say? That's right. Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out? What? No, silly, we're saying that you're on an inspiration in our quest for justice. No, it can't be! You have him on the ropes now, Athena. If we were on the side of justice, would you let us through? But guarding the crime scene is part of justice, too. Sure. But only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right? Oh! Whose justice is the most just here? Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so... Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do? I think we really got him. Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go. Our pleas for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around. After all that about authorized personnel only, that was surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just? Well, let's get to work. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime, right? Right. Search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence we could use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles. Never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? So we move the cursor with L up, L up, L down, L right. And change our perspective with R left, R right. There's a particular spot you want to examine. Just give it a tap. Okay, let's leave no stone unturned. New allons, commissaire. Let's get started. Okay, now I can examine. Athena Sykes, age 18, the latest lawyer to join our agency. She apparently studied psychology while she was in Europe. Phineas Filch, age 50, the caretaker of QB Manor. Bobby Fulbright, age 33, detective investigating the murder in Ninetailsville. He's a self-styled champion of justice and keeper of the peace. These weird tracks must have been made when someone stepped in the alderman's blood. Even the judge has their own faction symbol. Oh, really? Maybe the killer inadvertently made them while they were fleeing? They're pretty big tracks, almost bird-like. Their feathers also point to a bird. And it must have been one big bird, and not the friendly yellow type either. Maybe it's some mutant bird creature. So your theory is that a giant mutant bird murdered Alderman QB with a spear. It's more plausible than saying a monster or yokai did it. Sorry to burst your bubble, but a giant spear-wielding bird is by definition a monster. Michael's the biggest burb of them all. Yep. That wasn't the one I meant to use, but whatever. It doesn't cover as much of the screen. Forbidden Chamber. They say the demon Temataro was imprisoned in there before his escape. Think we could get this door open? It's worth a try. No good. It's shut tight. Don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. In justice we trust. Yikes. Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. We've tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either. Really? That wouldn't stop police any other time. So an unopenable door. Right. According to Miss Jinxie Tenma, it was shut tight when we came to cross the crime scene. Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. I didn't expect you to be so helpful. Oh, forget I just said that. So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Sounds like something I'd better keep in mind. Look, this statue has only one tail. Maybe it's the nine-tailed fox's sidekick. But the number of tails represents the yokai's power. So if you had two Apollo, I'd only have one? Wait, what? Not that it means you're better than me, got it? Like I said, what? There's something wedged under this chair. Let's see if we can't lift it up and... Freeze! Yikes! No disturbing crime scene evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyers. He does have a point there. Hey, Detective Fulbright, did you hear about the attack over on Yokai Lane? Heard an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth. And you waited till now to tell me? I better get over there at once. In justice we trust. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more. The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weaknesses. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large blood-stained cloth. Blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got there. Why does it seem important? So this is where Alderman QB's body was found. Apparently the murder weapon, a spear, had Maya Tenma's prints on it. That's not good. Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here! Yikes! Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... In the name of justice, I must say goodbye. What was that all about? Can't examine that, apparently. Nothing of particular interest there. Wow, this is a pricey-looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. What do you mean apparently, Apollo? You were the one that found him. Really? Yeah, when he came to, he's arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakenings. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about? That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Apollo, it's up to us to save him. It's like she's on her own emotional roller coaster. This one's a spear, but what about this one? Looks like a giant pair of pliers. Looks like something a demon might use. Saw something like that once in a manga. It is just a giant pair of pliers. What the fuck? Somewhere in my head, Faye just had a deja vu moment. Really? What were they used for? Oh, things like pinching through cheeks. Ugh. Pulling out tongues. Stop, stop. Oh, and you should see what they could do to a person's eyes. Okay, I get the idea. I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that. Demons eat canned food? I always wondered what they ate besides people. It's a folding screen. I wonder what they were using it for. I read that the Japanese used to use these in drafty rooms, but now they're just for show. I mean, like my attorney's badge? Looks to me like a pair of tongs, the kind you use in a blacksmithing forge. True. I did not consider that. Hey, Merc, how you doing? Poor Athena. That cop treating her like a child must have really bothered her. There's something behind the door. Doing well, thanks. Nice. Whatever it is, looks like it's broken. Probably broke when the door was open. Why would anyone put something there? Cutie tanukis. Yeah, that wasn't very smart. Maybe it was Jinxie. She was the first one to discover the body. She must have heard the screams and came running here in a panic. Well, look at you, Apollo. Now you're using analytical psychology, too. I am? Wow, you really learn quick. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You're the ace attorney of the Wright Editing Agency. Can't tell whether she's serious or not. Now, if Trucy said something like that, I'd immediately know she was messing with me. Apollo, what words might come to mind when you watch that pendulum up there? Unsteady and, restless. That's a direct representation of your current state of mind. Wait, that was some kind of psychological test? My diagnosis? This strange case has made you anxious, causing you to lose your cool. You're actually not that far off the mark. So the thing those tongues make you think of, but huge Persona 5 spoilers are present in the explanation. I mean, I've played base Persona 5, but you might not want to spoil it for other people. Nothing much to see on this side. Maybe I should go check the other side. Huh? That looks like an air vent. It's pretty high up there. What if you got a running start and jumped? Doubt even a high jumper could make it. Oh, don't rule it out before you try it. Besides, I'm an excellent jumper. Even so, that must be about 9 feet high. Like I said, you don't know until you try, Monsieur Justice. She doesn't know when to give up and when to stop using foreign words. Look, trophies. Oh, this one's awarded to Alderman Kyubi. The Amazing Ninetales Yokai Division winner. Tenma Town Pro Wrestling Tournament. Yokai Division? Didn't know you could have a division of 1. Apollo, you should enter the tournament next time. I have the perfect name for you. The Mysterious Firebrand. Mild-mannered masked lawyer by day. Demonic masked wrestler by night. No one's going to hire a masked lawyer, Athena. Yeah, that'd be silly. A lawyer wearing a mask. Come on. When would they ever do that? Hey, this window opens. And outside, we have ourselves a steep cliff. The window only opens about 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo, there's something caught in the window frame. Looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. Must be from some kind of animal. Ghosts and goblins mentioned. Ghosts and goblins mentioned. Godot mentioned. Wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman QB have a pet fox? Some fur that was found at the scene of the crime. It's long and soft and appears to be from some sort of animal. Look, a cat with 2 tails. No such thing. Oh, and this lady has a really long neck. How funny is that? There's no way a creature like that could ever exist. She'd have a tough time swallowing. Apollo, I bet you were one of those kids who didn't believe in Santa Claus. What's that got to do with anything? The Nekomata and the Rokudo Kubi. Doesn't this Tanuki statue remind you of the manor's caretaker, Phineas Filch? This raccoon-looking thing? Yeah, it does kind of look like him. Oh, I just got the best idea. We should knock it over. Might transform back into Mr. Filch. Mr. Filch is mischievous, but he's not magical, you know. Way to waste a brilliant idea, Apollo. What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the 9-tailed fox and Tenmataro battling it out. Eek, careful, Apollo, it's got blood on it. Really? Hey, you're right. Wonder if it's the Alderman's blood. How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood? Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so... You're no fun at all. At least act surprised or grossed out or something for my first case. I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor, too? Fox and Demon statue added a court record. Fix Temataro and the 9-tailed fox locked in battle. Guess that about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get the detective to tell us what he knows. Hey, Apollo, do you hear something? I don't hear anything. Alright, your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine. What are you talking about? A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the echo of someone's voice. In justice we trust! Ah! Someone's got a sharp set of ears. That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct. Heard it through the air ducts? Yeah, check it out. But why would she hear you there? Why don't we go to the diagram? Oh, as you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads out into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through here and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears. And what a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through the air duct or something. A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into, that much is true. But as you could see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. Highly doubt that there was any way to get up there without a ladder or something. I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you? Guess you're right. Speaking of things in this room, yeah? Yeah? Ooh, you tell us about what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy. In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. Aw, come on. Throw us a bone here. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need. Yeah, I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of enemy hands is also a form of justice. Oh! Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard? Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of the justice too, right? The justice too, right? You know, like the police motto, to serve and protect. I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. Yes, of course, I must serve as well as protect. Okay, I will share some information in the name of justice. I miss Emma. Don't worry, she'll be back in the next game. We did it, Apollo. Yeah, we did it, all right. But I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. Justice needs better. Okay. Was it Miss Jinxie who first discovered the crime scene? That's right, and this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key, allowing her immediate access. A key? So then the Fox Chamber was locked? Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door. Really? So Alderman QB didn't have a key to the Fox Chamber? Actually, he had a master key for most doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder. Disappeared? You think the killer took it? Could it very well be connected to the murder? Looking into the possibility now. But it's the timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you. Think you're some kind of champion of justice, but you're just plain old mean. I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls. Shameless rascal? Who even says that? Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either. Photo of the Fox Chamber. There are bloody footprints and black feathers scattered on top of the blood. Entirely ethical, yeah, but once you keep getting hit by a car, getting hit by whips, and getting thrown coffee at, line of ethical is a bit invisible. Yeah. Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind. You don't actually think a murder was some kind of monster, do you? What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looks like that creature did it. Our prime suspect would no doubt love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature. Can Tenma whatchamacallit even be made a victim of slander? Not the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman. So the most likely scenario so far is that Tenma guy left the feathers and tracks behind to make it look like the yokai Tenma was the killer. Wait, what? Now I'm just as confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma would plant evidence like that. So Mayor Tenma's your only suspect? That's right, even his name, Damien Tenma, makes him sound like a villain. And he's really scary looking, too. Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested? Don't be ridiculous. He was the only one without an alibi. Oh, is that so? Yep, other than the victim, the suspect, and Miss Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time. Filch, the guy who tried to steal my bracelet. Just living up to his name, I guess. Should go talk to him again when we have the chance. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all? She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. It's unfathomable that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear? True enough, that spear looks even bigger than her. That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Damien Tenma appears to be the most likely suspect. I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it. Oh, and one more thing. Must warn you about the prosecutor. Prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tenma's trial? That's the one? He's, how shall I put it, not what you expect. This is unless you've faced a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before. What the? Is this some kind of joke? Hello. Look, I'm so... listen. You really didn't seem like you were in the spot for me to tell you that I was doing stream. Alright. Alright, I won't forget next time. Don't worry. That's why a man imprisoned for murder is serving as a prosecutor. Because he's mastered the use of psychology in courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature. But yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're baloney, spelled wrong. But who better to prove this man than the master of psychology? He's the best man for the job. But he's a convicted murderer. No matter how you look at it, that's just insane. Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in a position to question the matter. This really is the dark age of the law. Yokai metal, do your thing. This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Blackquill, would he? Bingo, Simon Blackquill. So you have heard of him? You could say that. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I bet you didn't know his unofficial title. Ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Prosecutor Blackquill. Don't you tell Fulbright that the guy he's talking to whose mentor has summoned ghosts in court before, yeah. The Twisted Samurai? Is that because he's a criminal? Oh, yes and no. You could say it has to do with the effect his crime had on things. How so? His conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law. What? And he, of all people, is going to stand in court tomorrow? Never fear. I myself will be there to protect you. That's reassuring, I guess. Well, you kids, knock yourselves out. I can't wait to see how you do tomorrow. Wait, Detective Fulbright, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off. I hadn't even noticed. Why am I barefoot? You honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Wait a second, those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they? Yes, they are. My favorite pair, in fact. Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice. Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole from a detective. Stealing shoes right off someone's feet? That's pretty amazing. I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice. Well, it looks like we've gotten all we can out of the detective, so let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is. How does one not notice that? I don't know. Bonk to bird, bonk to bird. Why are you bonking me? This is just awful. Terrible, I say. Somebody help! Oh, look, it's Mr. What is it again? Finch? No. The name's Filch. Phineas Filch. 6 hours and an 8-hour shift, you know you're not wearing socks or shoes, yeah. Keep on pilfering, you may wind up a jailbird instead. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch? Oh, it's just terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Come quick. Okay. What's the deal with them all of a sudden? It's like some kind of mask. It's the Amazing Ninetales' mask. The Amazing Ninetales? Oh, right, the wrestler who appeared during the festival's special event. What's his mask doing here? He'd never take off his mask like this. Someone must have killed him. What? Who would do such a thing? Let's go talk over there in private. Yeah, the mask is pretty cool. Look. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. Mask washed up by the riverside. There's white hair inside. So what makes you believe that the Amazing Ninetales had been murdered? You really want to know, eh? You're a studious one, ain't ya? Yes, I mean, no. I mean, please just tell me. Well, it's like this. I dream of becoming a wrestler myself. Hey, how about you joining me in the quest for the champion's belt? What a team. Me and my bandit's mask, and you and that demon mask of yours. Demon mask? Wonder if I can make it big. Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial. You're the one who came up with the idea, Athena. Huh? Oh, no, I wasn't actually... why did I let him pull me off the topic like that? Excuse me. I should mute myself if I'm doing this. While I'm at it, there we go. Judge's faction symbol. I just saw that thing you sent me, Razu. That's really funny. Hold on. Oh, it's a video file. Fuck. Okay, no, I can't do that. Alright, never mind. Alright, sorry about that. Ah, why did I let him pull me off topic like that? Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Ninetales' murder already. Wait, I can't examine here? Do they actually, like... Yeah, like, there's no examining anywhere outside of the crime scene. I don't remember this game being like that. Is this game actually like that? Go Crazy's a very cocky guy. Ugh, kid might be a favorite to win, but he's a favorite of mine to hate. Can't stand his perfect little good boy act. Seen the messed up junk that kid does after hours? I mean, come on! Wasn't too cocky. Yeah, you can only examine in the crime scene. I don't remember this game being like that. I wonder if they purposely did that for the first segment. Hey, there's the Amazing Ninetales' mask. You're aiming to sell it, ain't ya? Why, you sneaky lily-livered. No, I'm not trying to sell it. It could be a key piece of evidence. Aw, too bad. Thought I'd hook you up with this buyer I know. Wait, you want me to sell it? Mind if I ask you about this? Oh, that. Right. Well, does it ring a bell? Oh, it's ringing all right. Want to thank me for all my hard work, and I humbly accept. Look at him. Look at the drunk tanuki look. No, this isn't a gift. Should have known this was a dead end. The Amazing Ninetales is our village's savior, and don't you forget it. His trademark's a gold cape made to look like a 9 foxtails. He rolls through the ring, smacking down Tenma Town wrestlers left and right. He sparked the monster craze, revitalizing Ninetales Vale in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our village from becoming a ghost town. Now it's a yokai town. Huh. The Amazing Ninetales really does sound, well, amazing. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here. Proud to be from the same village as him. When I think of it, you look kind of like a monster yourself, Mr. Filch. Guess it makes sense since you're from the same village as the Amazing Ninetales. I need him carnally. Oh my god. I mean, same, just... I wouldn't say that out loud. I wouldn't say it out loud. I guess I did read it out loud, so now it sounds like I said it. You know what? I bet I could show him a good time. Him and Tenmataro. Karma, you're not gonna get me to say it again if you say it. I know. A lot of people have told me I look like a yokai. So when was that a compliment? Ouch, what's the big idea? Check your pocket. Hey, how'd you do that? Keep it, I got lots more. Amazing Ninetales Glossy, a photo of the hero who sparked the monster craze and saved Ninetalesville from becoming a ghost town. I need him and I will not elaborate further. You all have the hots for a 50-year-old Tanuki man. So you keep saying that the Amazing Ninetales was killed. What's the story behind that? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up along the river outside? That's only part of it. The main reason is no one's seen him since the special event. The word around Ninetalesville is that he was killed by Tenmataro. You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you? Yeah, we are. We love conspiracy theories, too, like the mayor's diabolical plot. The mayor of Tenma Town? What is he plotting? Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Tenmataro. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control. That's quite a tale. Ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor. Our hero, the amazing Ninetails. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tenma Town and stop the municipal merger. Couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Apollo, we still have to ask him about the alderman's murder, remember? Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us about what you were doing at the time of the murder? I was in the caretaker's office, guarding the entrance like Mr. QB said I should. And I made double sure no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work. Must be talking about this small room in the upper right. Definitely looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from there. And you have an alibi to back your statement up, Mr. Filch? I do indeed. I was with Mayor Tenma's aide. Florent Labelle's his name. So the two of you were together. That's a pretty sound alibi, alright? And nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder? Kept watch here the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, there's that security camera that would have spotted them. So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So do you think this mask is the real deal? Without a doubt. This here's the mask worn by the amazing Ninetails. What about that white hair I found inside the mask? Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask as well? Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. This places the mask at the crime scene at some point in time. Which means... what does this mean? Someone with white hair who's linked with the murder and is against the merger. No way. Could the amazing Ninetails and the Alderman actually be... Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something since she works here. Golden fur reattached to the amazing Ninetails' mask. Might have been at the crime scene. White hair inside. Hey, I know that picture. That's my amazing Ninetails glossy. How dare you steal it from me? No, this is the one you gave me. Remember, you said you had lots more. I did? Well, it was never really mine in the first place, so... You could go ahead and keep it. Don't tell me I'm now guilty of receiving stolen goods. Just want to check something here. Consultation on. Story mode off. Wait time. Hide UI elements mode. There's nothing here that, like, would stop me from examining. Jinxie's probably outside. Nope. April 17th, Yokai Lane. Oh look, there's Jinxie. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. A charm to make a better milkshake and another to cure my lactose... Ooh, that was a well-timed, throat noise right there. A charm to make a better milkshake and another to cure my lactose intolerance. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey, it's me! Eek! It's the demon lawyer! Ah, not another warding charm. I'm Apollo? Who is she? Oh, right, this is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello. My name's Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you, too. Where's Trucy? She went back to the office ahead of us. But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case. Wait, how do I know you didn't... that you didn't gobble her up alive? Relax, I didn't eat her up, and I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Trucy. I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself. She's quite an, interesting character, huh, Apollo? Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened? Not much, at least not yet. But you do think Temataro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival? I don't know anything about that. Huh? But you said Tenmataro murdered the alderman. It's okay, Jinxie. You could tell me... Yikes, what was that for? People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters. Huh? What's gotten into her? So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human? No, you're still a demon. Oh, I give up. Seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tenmataro for some reason. But it's precisely what I need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in the fox chamber. Jinxie, about this charm. Ah, that's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenmataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? That's true, but... If there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too. Alright then. Why do you think Tenmataro's the killer? I saw him. Saw him with my own eyes. Tenmataro was right there in the manor. He was like, I'm off to find a husband. He escaped his prison and ran right by me. What? Jinxie, tell us everything you saw. I called the police after I stumbled onto the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when... I saw Tenmataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear. But there was no one around to help me. No one's coming to help. I want me to be the husband. You know what? Same. That foul beast raced right by me towards the foyer. Toward the foyer? Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle were supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Tenmataro, too. Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. Some Trinxies. Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Tenmataro flying up through the air. Wonder if it's the same Tenmataro Jinxie says she saw. Don't be ridiculous. Tenmataro is the killer, and he could fly, too. Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So, no one knows the Amazing Ninetales' true identity? Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask. Doesn't that make you want to know even more? Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular. Wait, you mean expose as in strip them naked? Eek! You even think like a demon! The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn up is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's gotta be a story behind it. No one could stop the Amazing Ninetales. Bet she'd be shocked to find out he's really the Alderman. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime, anything else stand out? Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Can you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy, but I vaguely recall Tenmataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Tenmataro usually carry a staff? Good question. I've never heard anything like that, and that's not shown on the scroll. How about in other documents? Any of them show Tenmataro with a staff? This is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed. Then what's the deal with the Tenmataro you saw, Jinxie? Yokai Legend Scroll updated. It seems those who foolishly choose to depict the demon are cursed. You know what that means, Karma? You draw him, you get to meet him in person. Jinxie's statement added into the court record. Jinxie's eyewitness account of the demon in the hallway near the crime scene. She says she saw it fled toward the foyer. Why didn't you tell me you saw Tenmataro earlier? Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to tell. Mr. LaBelle? Papa's aide. Oh, right, the other guy who's supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime. What exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstitions in mind. Before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the scene at time of the crime. Village superstitions? They say that you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul. And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. I guess, like, baloney as in, like, bullshit is spelled that way. Because that's not how actual baloney is spelled. Uh-huh. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here. Okay, come to think of it. Why is everyone hiding their faces? Oh, we read that already. The guy at the special event said almost the exact same thing. Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Temataro? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetailsville. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Good question. I think we better have a word with them. Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. Last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno, next stop, the Manor Foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. April 17th, QB Manor Foyer. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Tenma Town Pro Wrestling. Howlin' Wolf versus Pretty Boy Vampire. Blow-by-blow commentary by Timothy Twilight. 2 o'clock. I Married a Yokai. Repeat. Episode 8. Wait, you're really a human? Starring Something Vitus and Willie Waite. There's our show right there. Married a Yokai. This is thumbnail material right here. Disorders of the brain. Really only use... Okay. Peekaboo, I found you. Yokai of the Amazon. Join the hunt for the Tofu Taro, a high-protein yokai. Fight cancer and diseases. After Herlock... Oh, hey. They changed this. Because I think in the original, they mentioned Sherlock. They wrote Sherlock there. They actually rewrote that to say Herlock instead. It's behind me. The Vale new feature. Munich protests intensify. Municipality protests. Sunset. Fill in something blocks chain. Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's a... Oh, Mr. Filch. What can we do for you? Bet she was going to scream monster, which isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me, but what business you got with my TV listings? Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yep, 'twas a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. Reckon even I could have done better than that. There is an extra space there for some reason. Like that looks like there's an extra space between even and I. It's like way smaller. Yeah, it's a typo. Friend said you have more hear me outs on your cake than the cake itself. Wow. I seriously doubt that. TV listings added to the court record. Filch's TV program guide. The afternoon wrestling match was a total disaster. Almost forgot. There's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, do you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Tenmataro or something like that? Huh? Tenmataro? So you did see him? My how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you shun it up every day real purty like. Ladies must love it. Don't change the subject. And FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Cost because I have photos on my ceiling. Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here. Yipes! Wow, now I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Hold it! It's him, it's the Jonkler. That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Yikes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir. And you are? I am Florent Labelle. Beau Divine and personal aide to Mayor Damien Tenma. Beau Divine? More like a yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you? Ah! Well, what the heck was that for? It was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Je suis Labelle. Oh, what a heavenly scent. I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that is brand number 5. Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor? If about the cologne, please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. Yes, do you always going around sticking your hand in other people's faces? Oh no, I just wanted to show you this. Ah yes, you do have something in that grimy paw of yours. But I only have eyes for things of beauty. Now, if you would excuse me. Guess he'll only look at stuff that interests him. Guys, you don't have to out-horny each other. I know everyone here is horny. It's okay. Pfft, the amazing Ninetales. What's so amazing about him? I mean, my glossies are selling way better than his. You sell glossies of yourself? And that's right, I have one for all 7 of my hair colors. Well, guess that's it. Civilization over. If you want one, you simply need ask. I'll even let you choose the color yourself. No, thank you. Gosh, I've just been drawing a kangaroo clown. Suspicion meter is now rising with this character. Okay, so... I saw this guy's silhouette from my kitchen and couldn't help but hate him immediately. How many of you were here when I started the stream? Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask that question. The opening literally shows you who the killer is for this case. Keeping Jinxie quiet. Oh, you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Tenmataro. What, that little... So she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LaBelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please! I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenmataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He's one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Well, you're real and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking. So, Mr. LaBelle, didn't you see Tenmataro? Ah! Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas? That's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Tenmataro. As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you. Got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. You're Alibi. Can I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. To think you'd expect me of all people. Oh no, it's just a formality. We ask everyone the same question. Ow! Yeah. How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight. Like that spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy, answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were, in this foyer. It's called Assault LaBelle. LaBelle, more like LaBoss. Is that the way it's got this? Is that the way it's gonna be? I got this. Loads pistol. This guy may be a bird brain, but that'd be offensive to birds. Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer. Just repeating what you told. Youch! You've said quite enough. What is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Right, well, thanks for your help. So these two are in the foyer, but didn't see Tenmataro. Come along, Filchy. Where are we going? Oh, right, we gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yipes! My eyes! You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. What does he mean, practice statements? Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. I'm not jokery enough. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tenmataro. Really? How could you tell? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. See, I could read people's emotions from the tone of their voice. Mean you have good ears? Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice. And my ears could pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason. That's an interesting skill. What do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenmataro? I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenmataro. That's what I picked up from his voice, anyway. Everywhere we turn, it's Tenmataro this, Tenmataro that. He looks more like Hisoka. You know, I could see that, too. Hair's not wild enough, though. We should go talk to the mayor, too. Sounds like a plan. Need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tenmataro. Something wrong, Apollo? Where does your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenmataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst... Ugh. Oh, he's here. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. Looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenmataro. Oh, yes, I look forward to working with you, too. Eek, glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. Apollo, he's just as kind and gentle looking as I'd imagined. Lucky for you, after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Tenmataro free. What utter nonsense! Yikes! They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you. A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? What he really needs to work on are his people skills. Mayor Tenma's aide. He was supposedly in the foyer with Filch at the time of the murder. Age 33. The same age as Bobby Fulbright. Athena's hear no evil, Apollo see no evil, and the phoenixes speak no evil. Maybe? Apollo feels, he doesn't see. Athena does hear, though. Phoenix sees, because he could see people's lies with the Magatama. So rumor has it you want to push the merger through. In order to release Tenmataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? I guess that's how baloney is spelled. Ugh. Ah, sorry if I offended you. So that's the talk around town, isn't it? I can see how that would make you angry. What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this? Huh? I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson! No, wait, first we have to get you a not guilty verdict. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you. Relax, we'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. Is that so? You don't mean me to go straighten things out myself? Oh boy, they'd probably call in the SWAT team if you ever showed up at her school. Baloney spelled that way. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be spelled, but whenever this game talks about, like, things that are, like, baloney, as in, like, not true, or absurd, if they spell it they spell it the other way. B-A-L-O-N-E-Y. Oh, right. I ought to ask about the reason behind the merger. Yeah. Seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Do you really want Ninetailsville that badly? Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Oop. Wait, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Google says it's the old-fashioned way of spelling it, but both can work. Ah, okay. Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. I knew it. My bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I could sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense, because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way! You could do that? Wait, so you believe me? Just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too. Her special sense of hearing. Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about? I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. First I touch my bracelet. X! Right, let's give it a whirl. So, if you remember, this ability was used in the court. in the previous game. It was never used in investigations. It was only ever used in court segments. But in this game, you get to use it outside of court. Works the same exact way, though. Same music, too. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under his right eye. Just have to shift my viewpoint up and focus on that area. His eye twitched. Alright, I've got him now. His nervous tell should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Gotta pore over every word he says and wait for it to appear. And when it does, I'll perceive X it.
Gotcha!
Mr. Mayor, please, you could trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale? I already told you, tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize. You really don't trust us, do you? What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not? Gonna make a joke that the bird creature's his persona and he's trying to hide it, yeah. I think you've yet to realize what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but that would contradict this.
Take that!
The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. Ugh. So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Tenma Town with Ninetales Vale, huh? Well, Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her from what? I received a threat. It said that either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies. What? How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know, but whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Alderman QB was immensely popular, so you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Ah, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Well, maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity, and his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this if you would. That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this? This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene, and there was some white hair inside. White hair, you say? There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day. That's literally today. What are you saying? You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the amazing Ninetales himself. No way! The Alderman was... That's impossible! Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler, wasn't he? So the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was that mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor. And maybe Alderman Cuby had taken part in it, if you get my drift. This is absurd. Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you? Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it had disappeared after the murder. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it suddenly vanished. Blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Apollo, do you think the Tenmataro that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenmataro to do their dirty work? Oh, come on! There wasn't any Tenmataro to release in the first place! You like the donut on Tenma's... It's not a donut. Actually, you'll see what that is. His tie is really interesting. Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. Probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see the look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine, I'm fine. I'll think of something. Better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure tomorrow is that it's going to be one doozy of a trial. To be continued. Wow, that took 2 hours to get through. I always underestimate how long these take. I don't think we're going to be able to get to the first court segment today, but I will start it now. Her little necklace reminds me of a proto-gen. April 18th, 9:15 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Don't worry about that, Karma. You okay? Sorry, I was hydrating. You okay, Athena? You've been really antsy ever since we got here. I'm just excited. This is my first real court case, after all. Yeah, a real ball of excitement she is. I know just what she needs. Athena! Eek! Didn't you ever learn about indoor and outdoor voices? Just trying to show you the best way to relieve your pre-trial jitters. By scaring the daylights out of me? No, I find that shouting "I'm fine" in a loud voice really relieves stress. It's part of my Chords of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial. You want me to shout? Here? That's right. Here, I'll go first and you try. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! Alright, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm fine. That actually worked. Thought it might help. Always works for me. Totally excited for Christmas. It's almost Christmas. That doesn't mean it was Christmas. I will be streaming Christmas Eve. But not Christmas Day. I don't think there's going to be any way I'm going to have any energy to stream Christmas Day. So that means no stream next Thursday. I still don't know what the verdict's going to be for New Year's yet. Last year I did a stream like New Year's Day at like 2 in the morning for like an hour. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing something like that this year. I'm not sure. An old friend of mine from junior high and I say it all the time. I see. A proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse? The point is to relieve stress, not get totally exhausted. What's with all the racket, you two? Ah, Mr. Wright. Just a little voice workout. Hey, what's with the suit? Oh, this? I was thinking about getting my attorney's badge back, that's all. That's all? That's huge news, but why now? I have a feeling I'll be needed in the courtroom again sometime soon. We could talk about that another time. If you look, his new suit actually has like the little space for the pin. The little lapel spot. No fair, inquiring minds want to know. But wow. So used to him in his usual laid-back clothes. Oh man, remember that? Such a weird render of him. Because it's not even a model, it's just a sprite. Like, with shading on it. Also, it's really weird to see that style of Phoenix with facial hair. Wow, Christmas, just a week away. Can you believe it? Christmas! I mean, it's a week and a day, but let's be honest, Christmas Eve is just as much of a Christmas day. That suit makes him look like $1 million. By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case? Yeah, he's serving time, but before that he was a prosecutor. He also uses psychology? That's right. Heard the rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion, he could make even the most stalwart defendants confess. Psychology in the courtroom. Hearing a lot about that lately. So he must be a pretty scary guy, considering he's an imprisoned inmate and all. Blech. So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much. Ah, I knew it was going to be bad news. It's probably just hyperbole, but at least I hope for your sake. Wait, so is it true or not? Let's just say you should be concise and choose your words carefully. If you'd like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is. Yikes. Better tone down my cords of steel, too. So are you all ready? Might be a good idea to check the court record again before stepping into the ring. Get it? Wrestling? Phoenix Wright, age 34. A brilliant former defense attorney who's supposed to be in retirement. You mean disbarment. Right, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine. I'll be watching you from the gallery. Good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's do this. The odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Believe in our client, seek the truth. That's all we can do. Hang in there, Mea Tenma. Here comes justice. April 18th, 9:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise! Court is now in session for the trial of Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. Is ready, Your Honor. Whoa. I'd know that big booming voice anywhere. As chipper as ever, eh, Mr. Justice? But who is the young lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes, Mr. Justice. I'm Athena Sykes, Mr. Justice's junior partner, and fresh out of law school. Some of the judges not gotten older. Nope. Well now, full of beans too, eh? Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again. And gassy. Now for the prosecution. Here's the prosecution is not ready yet. Never fear, for I shall explain. Just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. The prosecutor for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak. Prison? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot that he's currently serving time.
Yup, Prosecutor Blackwell's an inmate. But even a convicted murderer still got a job to do and duties to perform.
I don't know what that is that voices Bobby Fulbright. I think that's his only voice lines in the entire game. So he still gets to do his job, but Phoenix gets easily disbarred. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Karma. Now you get it. Who's that with his back to us over there? That's him. Prosecutor Blackwell. Is the prosecution ready? Enough jabbering. Get on with it already. Of course, forgive me. Why are all the people related to this case so scary? Very well, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your opening statement, if you please. What's the matter? Must we continue to frit away time like this? It's all right there in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless. Yes, it's such a good theme song, too. Pointless? Oh, well... Looks like the cat, or in this case the prosecutor, is the judge's tongue. But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand. Well then, your baldness, if it's so very important, why don't you do the honors? Oh, me? There's a term for people who whine and fuss about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want them once it's theirs. A selfish old fool. Huh? Wait, was that the prosecution's opening statement? Old dotards such as yourself are a plague upon the young. I pity your poor grandchildren, or is it great-grandchildren? All these years, I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace. What? He actually fell for that? That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. The opening statement, huh? Let's see here. The victim was one Rex Cuby, alderman of Ninetailsvale. And the defendant, Damien Tenma, mayor of Tenma Town, is accused of his murder. And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested? His prints were on the murder weapon. Plus he had the motive, the elimination of the biggest roadblock to the municipal merger. The caretaker and the secretary, other potential suspects, both have alibis. And his daughter, who was also in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive. So in a nutshell, I'd have to say the charges against the defendant are incontrovertible. Bravo, your baldness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head. Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. He's playing Simon Says with the judge. Literally, because his name's Simon. That's just the normal level of IQ for the judge, yeah. Moving right along, let's hear from our first witness today, Detective Fulbright. Your Honor, I swear in a Wendy's menu that I did not do it. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I'm the detective assigned to this case, Bobby Fulbright. I'm going to also be keeping tabs on old Blackquill here. Also heard you would provide protection if it ever came to that. It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated. I'm still pissed at how a criminal gets to do his prosecuting job and insult the judge, but Phoenix gets a disbarment and penalties. I'll just say, save your judgment until the end of the game, because there is a reason why he's specifically being called in to prosecute this case from prison. Wait, who's protecting who from what? Still, I truly... Damn it. Still, I truly believe anyone can turn their life around. Even old Blackquill here. Fulbright, save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement. If that's the case, would have seen more Godot and Von Karma if he remained alive prosecuting from prison. Again, this is a very special reason for this. Oh, woo, hey Sally, how you doing? That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to society. I will never give up on you. Prosecutor Blackquill doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright. Got your shiny charm, nice. Well, you know what they say, ignorance is bliss. Oh, so that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackquill. He's so oblivious. Now, let's have your first statement, Detective Fulbright. You got it, but first I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail. About the murder. Alderman Cuby was murdered with a spear that had been on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tenma, were found on the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman Cuby was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Mayor Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But the sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed the statue and struck back. Alderman Cuby had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug? That's right, the accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler. So he slipped him a drug to make sure he'd be out cold and defenseless. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. Cause of death, stab with a spear. Estimated time of death around 3:20 p.m. Victim had been in a drug-induced slumber. And the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear? That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former pro wrestler, after all. Simon Blackwell, prosecutor and prison inmate. He's mastered the use of psychological manipulation in courtroom battles. Age 28. He's a young man. That spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him.
Objection!
Not so fast. Don't try to brush it all off by saying the alderman had been a pro wrestler. You expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewered by a spear? Never heard of the incredible feats of which a man is capable of in a pinch, have you? Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through intense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it with a former wrestler I met in the clink. I don't know. It still sounds a little far-fetched. Does it now? Then perhaps we should test the theory on you with the edge of my blade. I didn't sign up for this. And so your life is spared. For now. Please let those shackles be made of titanium. Wait, what was it? I don't want to die. My investigations are as thorough as they are foolproof, or my name isn't Fulbright. I vow to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest. The accused prints were on the weapon, and he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Your baldness. The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute. Here's the judge leaning toward a guilty verdict, and the trial's just barely begun. What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making the rounds. They say he seeks the merger for the purpose of freeing Tenmataro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can think of no real reason to show interest in that backwoods burg. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he's raving mad and more than capable of murdering the alderman. That mayor's a strange one, all right. Heard he went to a blood drive, but instead of donating, he tried to make a withdrawal. Order. There will be no gossiping in my court. Your baldness, please take a gander at those charms plastered across his cranium. I hear they're meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Tenmataro. Then again... perhaps he's already under the demon's spell. Behold, the lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment. Eep!
Hold it!
The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his heads, they're just a fashion statement, I think. Come to think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they? Prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation to the mud. Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here. Whew, thanks for that lifeline, Athena. Careful, Apollo. Here's the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. Power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives. This guy's really bad news. In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker? None other than this statue right here. It appears to be a statue of two strange creatures locked in battle. Two yokai, to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox, and the other is Tenmataro. Quite interesting if you think about it. It's as though this very case were rendered in art. Weapon used to bludgeon the mayor. The mayor's blood was found on it, but no prints could be lifted. It's me, the Yip Fox. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tammo, were found on the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman QB was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Always wanted to be a murder weapon. Mayor Temma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. The sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed the statue and struck back. mean, there's nothing to suggest here that he couldn't get up and then recollapse on the table. I don't know. No prints on it, though. And, yeah, he's not wearing gloves, so...
Objection!
Did the alderman really strike the mayor? What? Are you questioning my sense of justice? Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him, but the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory. It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective statue theory. There are no fingerprints. There are no fingerprints on the supposedly crucial piece of evidence. And if you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice the alderman isn't wearing gloves. Yes, I believe he's quite gloveless indeed. Absolutely gloveless behavior. If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you? This can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? I like that he doesn't wear socks. You can see his pants go down to his, like, above his shoes, but then you don't see socks in his loafers, which is why he was barefoot when he got his loafers stolen. You did it, Apollo. Knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse. Oh, it's just 1 point in our favor. Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? If it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox chamber? Exactly. This could be the big break we've been looking for. There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackquill, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion? Least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks. It'll take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackquill. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackwell. There's a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints in the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. So, what are you getting at? Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle and you shall see the hole you thought you found was but an illusion. Let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used to wrap the statue? Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth. In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah! Precisely. Bully for you, boy. Oh, that was nothing. Apollo, don't let him start manipulating you too. You just closed the hole for the prosecution. I did? I did! Right, the statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints as plain as day. But this also proves there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. Oops. Fox and demon statue. Weapon used to bludgeon the mayor, wrapped in a large cloth. 2 pages. Now do you see how dull your mind is? Statue has traces of blood from the defendant Damien Tema on it. It was apparently wrapped in a large cloth in which the defendant's blood was also found. No fingerprints could be lifted from the cloth. Okay. I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that. He always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore. Samurai sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me. Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef? It would seem the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all. I was kind of attached to that hole. Now what? Apollo, I just thought of something. They didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue. Who's to say someone other than the mayor, other than the alderman, didn't hit the mayor with it? Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady. There's only one answer. The real killer. Same Apollo, I too love holes. Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence have you? Oh, I'll give you evidence, alright. Athena, are you sure about this? To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue. I love showing holes, then come back tomorrow when I'm streaming Pokemon. You'll be seeing plenty of holes being shown. Like Scoliped's big giant. Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed the alderman? That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection!
No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left. Ah. Sorry, guess I got carried away. Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense. Sorry, Your Honor, it's just the kid's still, well, a kid. Ouch. You meanie. I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright. So is this court to believe the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it? No, Your Honor. I believe they're a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman. Donuts and holes, yep. Interesting. Why do you suppose the killer would do that? Why indeed? Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is. Ouch! This I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright. Hoy, Fulbright, explain to his baldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. What? You mean you can explain all that? Oh, there's the monkey face. Looks so weird in 3D. Looks like his mouth is just upside down. Our investigative prowess is without equal. I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Very well, let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks. Feathers and tracks. This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. So he stoked the village's fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer. Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears? Absolutely. He knew how to prey on the superstitious minds. Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenma Taro, that is. Tenma who? Tenma Taro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus were they blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it!
Hold on for a second, before we start letting our imaginations run wild. Isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect? Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor. As part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. Obviously, this person is much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
Dullard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games. What? Listen here, the feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. Villagers believe the murder to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro's suit is the killer. Ah! The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect the blame away from himself. However, he was merely knocked unconscious by the alderman, and thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection!
The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright? Right. It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice. But do the people of Ninetailsvale really believe a yokai is behind the crime? Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Just so, a particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey. You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist? No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? Yes, well, now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination. Mayor Timer panicked when the Amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. So he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. Strange feathers and tracks he planned made it look like the yokai was the killer. Hard to believe that a stiff, humorless man like the mayor could be behind such a stunt. We have to do something, Apollo, before they pin it all on the mayor. We're going to need to prove that Mayor Tenma didn't plant that yokai stuff. How are we supposed to do that?
Hold it!
That doesn't add up. What you say is true. Why top it off with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Cuby? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So your honor agrees there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection!
Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated? From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. Now, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. A startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman Cuby's secret identity. Apollo? I think Prosecutor Blackquill's figured out the Alderman's secret identity, too. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's on the mask worn by the Amazing Ninetales. Therefore, we could conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my, but why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Your baldness has had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Cuby, was the Amazing Ninetales, and the mayor's discovery of this fact was his motive for murder. No! Order! Order! What a shocking development. A motive clearer than crystal clear. What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they'd tie the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. At last we've reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your baldness? I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona, just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your baldness. Right, now take a look at this. Blackmail letter. If you value your dearest life, you will merge Ninetailsvale and Tenma Town. Do not tell anyone about this threat. If you do, consider your dearest as good as dead. This blackmail letter was found in the Alderman Cuby's pocket. What? At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letters get sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder? Do you think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it on the Alderman's pocket? It's possible. We don't have any proof that that's what happened. Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Threatening letter discovered in one of Alderman Cuby's pockets. Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planting the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by a sudden decision to kill the Amazing Ninetales. So it was the Amazing Ninetales' counterattack that brought the entire crime to light. Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the Alderman after planting the yokai evidence. That the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. Mayor Tenma killed the sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks.
Hold it!
So let me get this straight. You believe that the mayor planted the yokai evidence before the murder, not after? Absolutely, and then he was knocked out cold by the alderman's last punch. He wouldn't have had a chance to plant the evidence after that. Something's not right here. Hard to believe that it's stiff... Okay. Killed the alderman after planting the feathers and tracks. Nope, because it's above the blood.
Objection!
Feathers and tracks, feathers and tracks. I like feathers and tracks. Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Ugh. Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo. Just what does it prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene.
Take that!
Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes, see how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in the blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. And the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself, the mayor had been knocked out unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. There must be some mistake. Order! Order! Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Sorry. Karma, we're not talking about donuts. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. You do? But how? Look at him. Look at him. He's so sad about justice. Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked? Taking this really hard. Just hungry for a matcha donut? I go for a good homemade donut too, actually. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. Somebody please say something. The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare to mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy! Your baldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Hold it!
Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you'd better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here that she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else. So the mayor wasn't the killer? The woman, was it all set up? Prosecution is a convicted felon, after all. Apollo, the momentum has shifted in our favor. Good. Let's keep it that way.
Objection!
Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? Didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Like Apollo to spell it out that someone was disguised as Ten Mataro. Yep, exactly. Also, I like how you wrote it Ten Mataro. That's funny. Consider this, if that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it, both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time, but they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see the Temataro impersonator go by? Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. Just know he must have seen something. Suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Progressor, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch was enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with them as you will. Did you just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know. Very well then, bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Karma. I mean, same, to be honest. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? Name's Filch, Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor. Oh, and, this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. It's those shoes again. They belong to Detective Fulbright. Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. What? But they seem awfully expensive. Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Aw, I think schmethics. Just take them if you want them. Polished them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. Court would like to hear whether you saw Ten Mataro in the foyer after the murder. Guarding the foyer. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Temataro? Yep, was God the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, and nutter butter the truth. And Temataro? You don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo-jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't. My bracelet, it's... Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Tanuki, Filch has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell. Some sort of nervous habit. What in the... That's right, suddenly bird. What's a hawk doing in here? Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail? I've never heard of a courthouse bird. Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. Oh yeah, we got queer power. Being gay gives you powers. Alright. Isn't some sort of trick or... Ah! People spots squat like this. What the heck's going on around here? One for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Ah, somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. There was someone dressed as Tematara, though. Filch should have seen him. So have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. So, yep, that's why the preceding bits are done out of court. Because Simon literally stops you if you try doing it in the middle of court. Guarding the foyer. The time of the murder... Yeah, whatever. Still in my office, keeping watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m.
Hold it!
Could you describe to the court who you consider fishy-looking? Someone all fidgety and shifty-like, you know? Like they're about to steal something. He just described himself. Wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Temataro. Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Temataro, or... maybe Mr. Filch is lying. And if he's lying, we should be able to spot a contradiction in his statement. Some of the bird is allowed, but one wrong evidence is a guaranteed disbarment. I guess.
Hold it!
Wait, what? I meant to go back. I don't know why I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Probably because I'm stopping in 10 minutes and I'm tired.
Hold it!
Did you really keep an eye out on the foyer the entire time? Poor old Filchy, been working hard my whole life. Only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and his silly haircut. Oh, sorry, Mr. Blackwell, sir. Don't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh, Blackwell didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye. No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. But you... were watching this at 3 p.m.
Objection!
Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that during the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Ah! I didn't watch that one, no siree. I was doing my job, just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, but you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of them professional types, too. I could do double duty watching TV in the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be is a professional of is a professional thief. He's not even good at that. Mr. Justice, you would have the court believe this witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV in the foyer at the same time. That's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say, but I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice? In that case, let's see what decisive evidence you can offer. Claim Mr. Filch was lying about watching TV in the foyer simultaneously. Now prove it. Probably the Jingling.
Take that!
This piece of evidence here clearly exposes Mr. Filch's lie. Nope. How does that prove anything? Oh, it, whoops, way off on that one. Sorry, didn't know what I was thinking. Yes, well, I have moments like that myself. Whew, looks like I'll let this one slide. But random guesses and speculation must be punished. Apollo, we should think about how Mr. Filch was when he was watching TV. Let me try that one again, please. Friends will look before they leap this time. So what have you for us, Mr. Justice? Oh, probably the layout of the area. The TV is like, yeah, it's to the wall.
Take that!
To the window, to the wall. As the sweat drips down Mr. Filch's tanuki balls. Please take a look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch's eyes were his right ear should be, I'd like to think it'd be possible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Fired. Exactly, and that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bag's out of the cat, or I mean, all the way around. I missed the French, Clavier. Clavier was German. Tongue, baby. Also, I love tanuki balls, yeah. I think we all do, Karma. That's a sentiment we can all get behind. Order! 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 But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant, because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Ten Mataro impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
Not behind, under. What now? Granted, this tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. Not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Yes, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and stairway get all creaky-squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. He's into inflation. He likes the creaks and the squeaks. So you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full-time. So who's the liar now, you no-good shyster? Lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackquill, sir. You really are something else. You don't miss a thing. And them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. That's right. We're gonna vor you. Yipes! Please don't eat me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Taka, go for the legs. Ears working overtime. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor was all creaky-squeaky like. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there wasn't no Ten Mataro in the foyer. You can also imagine Danny DeVito voice going really good for him. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We must use common sense, for lacking that our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor is totally a sign of the end times for the legal world. Merry Christmas, DeVito. Please do not condone the assault of the witness. Yeah. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab them and sell them to the zoo. Ugh. Wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. Seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. If we can't prove she saw Tenmataro, the mayor's sure to be convicted. Then we better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Guys might have been slacking up on my ears. They were working overtime. Floor's all squeaky squeaky. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there ain't no Tenmataro in the foyer.
Hold it!
This isn't Dingle Romper. There's no evidence bullets here. Dingle Romper. So you have a pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, that Tenmataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Jingle jangle? How does he do that? It's that staff of his. That's what jingle jangles. What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Tenmataro has a staff that makes noise. Come think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? Said she saw Tenmataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. Guess that's the source of the noise, then. Oh, Mr. Justice? Mr. Filch says Tenmataro jingle jangles. Would you consider that vital information? Very important. Extremely vital. Request to be added to his testimony. Excited for Dango Roomba 2x2. So, I've said this multiple times. I do want to stream the new story of that, but I have to finish the Ace Attorney streams, and I have to play V3 before I play 2x2. I'm not going to do 2x2 until I've done all that. So hopefully, I'll have the time to stream all that at some point. If Tenmataro was to pass by, his staff would have gone jingle jangle. Funny you mention that, because Tenmataro does not have a staff.
Objection!
Temataro's staff would make a jangly sound, you say? Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Danny Randpo. Mr. Filch, you say you didn't see Tenmataro on the day of the incident. Why then did you just assume now that Tenmataro would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands, and she described its sound just like you did, as kind of a jangly sound. Yeah, so he was just holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Tenmataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right, there's no staff, not even a cane or walking stick. What are you talking about? There's a statue depicting Tenmataro as well, right here. But there's no staff in that either, so... Oh! So the question is, why does the witness think Tenmataro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Well, now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time... Oh. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Tenmataro carries a staff. Filch is a scatterbrain. The scroll's wrong. He actually saw Tenmataro. Mr. Filch actually saw Tenmataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could have possibly have known about the staff. Busted again! Bloody hell, you duplicitous little... Yes, how'd that feel, Blackwell? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well? I'm begging you, please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Tenmataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do, no way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he could be. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows what he did. Everyone knows he did. Question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit the truth? Come to think of it. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing about the village's superstitions. She said that if she told anyone she had seen Tenmataro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, do you think Filch believes that too? Oh, so Mr. Big Time City Slicker lawyers heard about him? Them old village superstitions? Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? People of Ninetailsville believe some pretty strange things, and their superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Tenmataro. Darn straight, that's why. It's all right here. Village superstitions. Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul? See, that's why us folks in Ninetailsville can't talk about seeing Tenmataro. Village believe that the Denmanjo superstition. Oh, sorry, I mean the Gen Monotaro. Superstitions have been handed down generation to generation in Ninetailsville. That clears up one mystery. Killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Tenmataro costume. They knew that the way no one could talk about him. They knew that way. Whoa. They knew that way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. The defense holds that this Tenmataro impersonator is the real killer. What?
Objection!
Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that.
Objection!
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Objection!
Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark sleepless nights. There's no lack of superstitions in the Clink, but few are those who truly believe in them.
Objection!
Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Ninetailsville. A life or death superstition might make even you a believer. Ugh. Oh! Order, I say! You fool of a tanuki, 2 times now your lies have cost me. Sorry. I promise not to do it again. Taka, my fine feathered friend, have at him. Yipes, he's gonna eat me alive! Head for the hills! Ah, he took off. Bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him, and with your fastest men! That's certainly not something you see every day. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the yokai Tenmataro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackquill? He broke the shackles. Oh. What? His shackles. I'm too young to die. Unfortunately, the witness turned our bailiffs into tanukis. Yeah, they put the leaf on all their heads, and they turned into feral tanukis. Justice Dodo, long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers. Yeah, so Blackwell just attacked him with a sword. An invisible sword. Detective, do something! Have no fear, Fulbright is here. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going.
Objection!
Then get going already before he kills us. Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackquill, for it is his sense of justice that set him free. Objection, I did object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice.
Silence!
I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, can I ask you to, you know... I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So Justice Dono's assertion is this. Tenma Taro is the real killer, not Maya Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right. And that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Kyubi.
Silence!
Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? What? He's right. She said nothing about Tenma Taro being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewed murder victim, the Alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tenma. Then why does that little scamp claim to not have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father's accused of murder, surely she wouldn't mention any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Tenma Taro inside the Fox Chamber? There's but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of, Justice Dono. Very well then, both parties no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but... a 3-minute recess? Just so, plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo. The loo? You mean the bathroom? Sheesh, at least include enough time to wash our hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. Yes, sir. Hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackquill the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor's running the show, does it? And I believe... this is where we're going to stop. I think there's no to be continued. Or maybe, I don't know. I'll read the scene. April 18th, 10:40 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Gotta be careful, Apollo. You really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Tenma Taro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy and the whole samurai act, anyway? Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait, let's save dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Prosecutor Blackquill said. Don't be late, Apollo. Nope, it goes right back into it. Okay. I'm gonna stop right here, then. Because I know Jinxie takes a while to get through, so the to be continued's probably a fair bit away from here. Do the elusive double save. The ever-popular double save. Then you gotta hit B to go back to the menu. It's kind of weird. Yeah! We're getting through it. So yeah, things are heating up. And we got plenty more game ahead of us. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. I know Ace Attorney's kind of a mixed bag on whether or not people like it or not. But it seems like most people that come to my streams like it, so that's good, at least. I will be here tomorrow with Pokemon. And then, on Thursday, I'll be here with more Ace Attorney. We'll probably finish Case 2 on Thursday, if I can. It might not happen, actually. We'll see. And then next week, we'll just keep going until we hit the end of both games. We'll see what happens as Christmas grows closer. and the Crimbo begins. Anyway, want to watch more streams? You can check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. As always, I'm pretty much the only one streaming there at this time of night. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid. Let's give Black and Yellow a raid. They're, as always, doing VR chat, and there's someone with a rambly avatar. That's cute. Alright, stick around, say hi to Black and Yellow. I hope you all have a great morning, great afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow night for Pokemon. Take care of yourselves. Good night.